What was meant to be a routine European night turned into one of the most damaging defeats of Real Madrid's season. A shocking 4-2 loss to Benfica not only sent Real Madrid into the Champions League playoffs, it exposed problems that go far beyond a single result. From the very beginning, Benfica played without fear. They pressed aggressively, attacked with conviction, and took advantage of every defensive gap Madrid left behind. Real Madrid, on the other hand, looked fragile, stretched, and uncertain, a team reacting rather than controlling. The scoreline alone tells part of the story, but the performance told the rest. Whenever the game opened up, Real Madrid struggled badly. There was no midfield control, no defensive structure in transition, and no clear identity when the pressure increased. Benfica didn't fluke this win. They earned it. For a brief moment in the second half, Madrid fans believed another European comeback was on the way. That hope was sparked by Arda Güler. The young Turkish star delivered one of his most impressive performances in a Real Madrid shirt. Calm under pressure, sharp in possession, and creative between the lines, Arda was among the highest-rated Madrid players on the pitch. His perfectly weighted assist to Kylian Mbappé reignited belief and shifted momentum. Temporarily. But that momentum quickly vanished. Benfica responded with ruthless efficiency, punishing Madrid's lack of balance once again. The match became stretched, chaotic, and increasingly uncomfortable for the home side. By the final whistle, the scoreboard read Real Madrid 2, Benfica 4, and the consequences were immediate. Real Madrid were forced into the Champions League playoffs, and the questions began.
Because I think that's the story. They need a goal. Who do you count on? Is it Pavlidis? No.
Yeah. Xhaka's at home going, yeah.
Where is Xhaka?
Yeah.
And of course it had to be the case that right before the free kick is taken, they pan to Jose Mourinho, who is seen telling the goalkeeper, you, forward, you, go into the box. And of course, any manager at that time would have done exactly the same thing, but it has to be Mourinho that then gets the shot on him. He tells the goalkeeper to go there. Real Madrid playing 2 men down, they swing the ball in, and of course he had to be the goalkeeper who gets the sort of header that he did. And that in itself is a story. That by itself is a story. But a big part of the story is Real Madrid, in which you're thinking this team has turned the corner. They haven't. And over the weekend, what we were talking about is, can they sustain what they showed against Monaco? Can they sustain what they showed against Villarreal? And the truth of the matter is that today, when they were pushed, when the game got stretched, they didn't have a reset position, they didn't have any structure, they didn't have any organization. They were exposed time and time again in transition, and Benfica, deservedly so, win the game, and deservedly so.
That analysis sums it up perfectly. This wasn't a freak result. This was a reality check. Real Madrid believed they had turned the corner after recent performances, but under real pressure, the same issues resurfaced. When the game demanded control, structure, and leadership, they had none. And just when the defeat itself couldn't get more damaging, the moment that truly ignited controversy arrived in the 79th minute. Before we get into the moment that changed everything inside the stadium, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you care about Real Madrid, Champions League drama, and behind-the-scenes tension, you don't want to miss what comes next. Once again, Arda Güler became the center of attention, but this time, not just because of his football. In the 79th minute, with Real Madrid chasing the game and desperately needing creativity, head coach Álvaro Arbeloa made a decision that stunned fans, pundits, and players alike. He substituted Arda Güler. The reaction was immediate and impossible to ignore. Arda could not hide his frustration. His body language, facial expressions, and visible exchange with Arbeloa on the touchline made it clear that he strongly disagreed with the decision. Cameras captured everything, and within minutes, the moment had gone viral. This wasn't a player being taken off after a poor performance. This was one of Real Madrid's most effective players leaving the pitch. Arda Güler had been creative, composed, and decisive. He had provided the assist that brought Madrid back into the game and was consistently finding space between Benfica's defensive lines. Many fans believed he was the last player who should have been substituted. The decision immediately divided opinion. Some argued it was tactical, others saw it as a worrying sign of mismanagement and poor man management. But one thing was clear: Arda felt disrespected. For the young star, this wasn't just about one substitution. It was about trust, status, and his role in this team. His furious reaction showed a player who believes he belongs at the center of Madrid's future, not on the sidelines in the most critical moments. And that puts Álvaro Arbeloa under serious scrutiny. This defeat highlighted more than tactical flaws. It revealed a deeper issue inside Real Madrid. a team struggling with hierarchy, chemistry, and authority. When players openly express frustration like this, it raises questions about leadership and control in the dressing room. The loss to Benfica may fade from the scoreboard, but the images of Arda Güler walking off the pitch in anger will not. This is now more than a Champions League setback. It's a warning sign. Can Arbeloa manage the egos, expectations, and ambitions inside the squad? Is Real Madrid risking alienating one of Europe's brightest young talents? And is this team truly ready to compete at the highest level this season? Those questions won't disappear anytime soon. If you want daily Real Madrid news, Champions League analysis, transfer rumors, and real behind-the-scenes drama, make sure to subscribe now, leave a like, and comment below. Was Arbeloa wrong to substitute Arda Güler? Did Benfica expose Real Madrid's real level? Can this team survive the Champions League playoffs? Click the next video on your screen for more Real Madrid drama and breaking football news. See you in the next one.